Dave Ramsey says that your credit card is a financial landmine. You need to cut it up, you need to burn it, and he's convinced that it ruins lives.
This is just stupid. It's stupid on steroids. Really, seriously, you've got to stop and think.
But last year, I raked in over $1,000 in cash back and rewards from mine with no interest and no stress. I'm not special. I'm just a regular guy using my card to buy gas, groceries, and eating out just like everyone else would. So, who's right? Stick around because the average American is getting destroyed right now, but you don't have to be.
You've got to stop and think.
Look, I get why Dave goes nuclear over this. Over his financial education history, he has seen thousands of bankruptcies and he's seen how credit can ruin people's lives. He calls credit cards Satan's plastic for a reason. They trick you into spending more. They offer you rewards, but that ends up just being a trap to keep people in the debt cycle. One missed payment and you're paying over 25% in interest. And honestly, he is not wrong for most people. Because here's the brutal truth. Right now, in 2026, Americans owe $1.3 trillion in credit card debt, and that's up over 5.5% in 1 year. The average balance that people are carrying is $6,500. 47% of cardholders never pay it off in full. The average interest rate, over 20%. Do the math. That $6,500 paid in the minimum payments would take over 18 years to pay off and cost you $9,000 in interest. That is not buy now, pay later. That is an indentured servant with a little 2% rewards kickback. Here's where I break away from Dave. I've had the Costco Visa credit card for years, and I use it for everything I was gonna buy anyway. 5% back on Costco gas, 4% at other gas stations, 3% on restaurants and travel, 2% at Costco, and 1% on everything else. Between multiple cards, the sign-up bonuses, and the money that I was gonna spend normally over the course of a year, I raked in over $1,000 in rewards. The key is, I paid off the statement balance in full every single month. I have paid Costco and these other cards zero interest ever. I have literally never paid them $1 in interest. I've done this with Chase, Amex, Citi, and even the store cards that you get at places like Best Buy. But there's always a common theme. I never carry a balance. The key is to treat your credit card like a debit card. There's only as much money as you have in your bank account. You should not be using this as a, hey, I have this cool thing I want to buy and I can pay for it over a couple months. Unfortunately, Dave is exactly right for 90% of people. They don't have the actual discipline it takes to not spend the money that they don't actually have. There are so many videos out there on social media of people almost showing off their irresponsibility and their crazy spending and basically how much debt they're getting into. I'm sure you've seen some of these videos, but if you haven't, Zach Rios created a compilation, which I'll link right here, which has a lot of the breakdowns of these irresponsible people. Ultimately, the average American is not responsible enough to handle credit cards because they see that 0% APR and think, sweet, what can I buy? If you're one of the few people who can actually handle a credit card, here's the playbook. Only purchase what you were already going to purchase and make sure that you could have paid for it in cash. Otherwise, you can't afford it. Pay your credit card off in full every time. Set it up to auto pay if you have to. Max out the rewards for money you were already gonna spend. For example, this past Christmas, I had a few things that I was getting from Best Buy, and just for signing up for their card, you get 20% back on the first purchase. 20% is crazy. I mean, you're literally outperforming the S&P 500 for a purchase I was going to make anyway. If you do these things properly, you're literally getting paid to spend the money you were already going to spend. If you aren't certain that you can absolutely stick to this, then follow Dave's advice, cut up the credit cards, and sleep easy. So after all, Dave is right for most people. But if you're disciplined, credit cards can actually be one of the easiest rewards that you can ever get. Subscribe and drop a comment below. I want to know what you guys want to see as a video topic next. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful week. Peace!